Good afternoon. Little after the lunch and on the second day, I think it's a good time, right? So I'll keep it very brief. I have chunked my what I want to share into three parts. One is where do we stand, and what are we doing in academia, and what is the stand that academia can take to make this better, and the sort of work that we have been doing at GITAM recently, right? For all those who have not yet seen us, we have an autonomous vehicle just outside. That all the algorithms have been developed by young chaps with a lot of energy, a lot of sleepless nights, and it works. So please do definitely take a ride in that particular vehicle that's just outside, right? So coming back into where do we stand with respect to connected electric vehicles and autonomous. Just fun facts: the CAGR is beyond 20%. It's pretty good. I think we would be very happy with such an interest rate for anything that we invest in, right? We got 10 million electric vehicles rolled out in 2024. Big number, right? And just to break down that fact, 50% of the three-wheelers that you see that got purchased in 2024 were all electric. It's a huge number, 50%, right? But the same doesn't translate into two-wheeler and three-wheeler segment. I think it's around 3 to 5% in two-wheeler and three-wheeler segment. But the volume is pretty large, so we are seeing a lot more electric mobility around us, right? So I don't require the slide, so that I'll leave that to the very last segment. I just want to play a video for everybody. So with that being the state of affairs, it opens up a lot of different aspects, right? What are the different aspects that it opens up? It opens up a lot of complexity. The lines of code in an autonomous vehicle have gone are those days where we were talking about 100 million lines of code. Now 500 million lines of code seems to be okay, that's doable, or it's still lesser than what we require. So it's bringing in a lot of challenges. And what are those challenges that's bringing in? One of the largest challenges that I am seeing is the regulation, number one. Number two is talent and manpower to deliver these. And third one is safety, right? Safety being the core. Now, for all of these three things, there are different stakeholders playing their part, right? Whether it is the government organizations, right? I think we as a country are moving very, very quickly. We've started to move very quickly towards it, into trying to put consultation and bringing in what could be good, while it will take its due course of time, which is okay, but steps being taken. When it comes to the technology and the safety part of it, there are a lot of stakeholders in it, whether it's supplier validation, whether it is the subcomponents, integration. Each stage has a necessity to make sure that safety is met. Now, there are standards that are coming in, there are compliances that are coming in. Many of them work and many of them may not work, and we are in that space where we are constantly learning and moving forward. I think that will continue to be the case. And when it comes to manpower development or all of our skilling, right? Government has definitely done its part in coming forward with newer programs and curricula, whether it is for working professionals or for young talent in the country. Now, they are giving the frameworks, but the interesting part is the academia may not have yet been ready to accept it, right? Because it's something very, very new. For folks who are here, and I'm seeing some youngsters also here, for you, automotive industry, you live, breathe, and see. But in colleges, we predominantly go by what's come through, right? A very traditional example, the syllabuses get reformed once every 4 years if you're good, right? If not, it continues, right? So on a lighter note, I still remember some of the textbooks that I studied in were there, when I went on to teach for the first time, right? So academia does take its own time to evolve and move forward. But things are changing, right? Things are changing for the better thanks to the government intervention, thanks to the demand of the public, right? Where parents and students as well as industries demanding that, we want something, I don't want a gap in industry and academia. I want high paying job. I want to be able to, get a very good opportunity. That's where, I want to bring in what we are doing, right? I don't want to preach. I just want to share what we are doing at GITAM. So we have something called the Industry Advisory Board, which convenes every year. to reform, evolve, and upgrade the existing syllabus. And that has really been the driving light or the guiding light for us to evolve all of our syllabuses to make it more industry aligned and deliver. And thanks to us being a deemed university, we just need to go through the different layers of approvals and take it to AICT, and then we can immediately implement it, right? Apart from that, we are collaborating with a lot of industries. So as part of one of those collaborations is what you see outside, the autonomous vehicle, which now fully functional. It is able to take you to one point A to point B. It will stop when there is obstruction. It is safety enabled, and integrating all the different aspects of safety, whether it is ISO 26262, FUSA capabilities, cyber security. Each one of them we have started to make progress, right? To begin with, frankly speaking, we thought, what is all of this? The first time when we entered, it is massive, right? Actually, earlier you were seeing, there was a six, segments. So each of the 6 segments that were there, each one of them is pretty vast. And we realized that there are companies that just do a part of the vertical, and they are huge. And here we are, a set of folks in academia trying to figure out all of this with a lot of young bubbling energy, and it is massive books, right? We went through massive regulations of 400, 450 pages, and so on and so forth. Not easy to come by too, right? But I think the industry is really, really willing to support. I think they have recognized that this is a challenge that they want to go hand in hand with others too. And that's where we have got a lot of good partners who have come forward to say, guys, let's do it together, because we are also struggling and we don't want the future to be struggling. Let's move forward together. And thanks to that, we too have invested in a very nice software-defined vehicles lab. Some of the best equipment that's there in the industry is now available. We have LIDARs, we have radars, we have 3D LIDARs, right? We have all the cool FPGAs for the EE architecture, evolving the existing algorithms into FPGAs. It's pretty interesting for us to understand how automotive grade algorithms can be ported into FPGAs for higher computational speed, and so on and so forth, right? Now, one of the most popular ones is obviously computer vision. A lot of energy is being put in there because people love, I think a lot of energy goes in, and people love computer vision because it's easy to relate, and AI. Something that we have started to realize is AI is becoming a larger trouble than a solution. For the simple reason that how do you validate and interpret the results that you get from AI, right? How do you give that confidence to users, right? And that's a tough question to ask, and that's a research question that we are also asking, right? So we've got PhDs open just for this title, right? Interpretability of AI results, right? And what are the metrics that you can put? Very open metrics that any algorithm, any AI algorithm can go through and say, okay, I score this much on the scale, right? And that really was picked up a lot by the industry. They said, yes, this is something that is going to be very useful. And if we do it as industry, it could be biased. It has to be done by a consortium, right? Or by academia, and you can further take it up with the government to see how it can be leveraged. So a lot of interesting problems, a lot of interesting spaces that we are working in, and a lot of fun, and obviously a lot of sleepless nights. And it's a huge learning journey for us, right? But I really would love to thank all the industry folks, right? You've been phenomenal, right? You've been phenomenal in sharing knowledge, in giving sessions, coming onto campus and coaching, guiding, and inspiring folks. Just on that note, a soft story. I've got students who gave up software jobs, high-paying software jobs, said that I want to work in this because I'm passionate about it. I really want to have my name written inside the vehicle, right? Or not on the vehicle, but inside the vehicle in some form or the other. My code gets into the next generation of vehicles that is going to roll out, right? And it's a very proud feeling for a teacher when you see your students go out, take a decision. We were able to help them, and now they are in a place where they are doing what they love. Not just a job, but they're doing what they love, right? Is that the best decision or not? Only time will tell, but as of today, they're very happy, right? Why did I say time will tell? Because, salary, progression, and all of these other things will come in when probably they get married and, have kids and other aspects, or they wanted to do startups and so on, right? So there's a lot that's happening in academia, right? That's a summary that I wanted to bring out, right? While industry is doing a lot, at academia also we are trying to do a lot. We are learning, we are evolving, we are also doing a lot, right? And to show what we are doing, I just wanted to play one video. It's a very short, a 2.5, 3 minute video on what are some of the things that we are currently doing. And, I want to, let you look at the video, and then, we could have questions around it and what have we done in each of those spaces and other aspects. So these are 6 segments that we are working on: connected vehicle, powertrain, and so on and so forth. The way we are doing research is in these 4 segments. The last 2 are really fun. That's all the hardware that we have. I'm told that many companies have, it in different labs, but we have it all in one place. So now, students and parents just have fun going around it on the campus. They just hop in and then hop out. Right, there's this preset path. So whenever anybody comes onto campus, they can just use the vehicle, and that helps us get data actually. And you earlier saw a student walk in. He was just testing his algorithm. Yes, I coded it. Will it work? Will it stop if I'm going to obstruct it? This is the classical 2D, 3D LiDAR. We just expanded it from the robotics that we were doing earlier. This is the 3D aspects of the same, a little more complex, computationally more complex. So we are running it on NVIDIA platform. This is lane detection for Indian roads, which is very unique versus, in Europe it's very easy to solve it, but Indian roads are a little more challenging. This is a personalization segmentation. So when you enter a vehicle, we would love to have it call out my name, play my favorite music, and so on and so forth. So that was something done for that. This segment would be all on powertrain, so motor and motor control, all the different types of motors, induction, PMSM, BLDC, and so on and so forth. How do we do the control and the algorithms for it? So we have got a good, nice industry grade hill hardware, and playing around with that, right? Ensuring that whatever we deliver is working, yes, no, so on and so forth. So that's on control desk and automation desk of DSpace. So there are many other projects. As I said, a lot of work on expanding robotics as well as in computer vision. So a lot of interesting work in that space that you see here. Right. So that's the same vehicle that you'll see outside. If you have not taken a ride, definitely do. Ask questions, have fun around it. It's going to be, I think we feel that, we have done a decent job. We would really love it if people, go about it and say how we can improve it further and what could be some good directions that we can lead to. Right. And on that note, I would love to invite everybody to our campus. We are very close to the airport to come visit us. And, there are not just one lab. This is just one lab. We've got 17 such labs. Right from agriculture to soil technology to physics, optics, 5G, 6G, nanosensor, biosensors, and so on and so forth. They're doing very interesting work. Academia is typically measured in the type of Q1 journals that we publish, patents we publish, and funding that we get. Right? Consciously, I have stopped giving that information in this forum because probably it would not make sense to these guys. But we are doing very well in that space, right? We've got a lot of good, funding that we've received, which is very nice to see that, government is willing and really willing to provide additional support. If you have done work, they really want to give additional support to take it forward much more. Right, and also for all the working professionals here, there is a PhD program thanks to AICTE, GITAM has launched for working professionals. Right, there's a QR code outside, and you can scan it to get all the other information if you're interested. And lastly, I know we are academia, right, but we are supposed to be the building blocks for the nation, right? Because education is the building foundation. Unless we get inputs, criticism and constructive criticism, we would not be able to evolve, right? We know that, industry keeps telling there's an industry academia gap. We understand that. We acknowledge that. but we would really love to have a hand in hand to see how do we fix it, right? We have done few bits into it. What more can we do? We would really love to hear, right? This is Dr. Prithvi Sekhar Pagala. I'll be available. I have my team members, colleagues around. If you have any questions, or else, is at the booth in the entrance. You can just come by, and if you have anything else that we want to catch up and chat upon. Thank you so much.